Maestro says Cirque du Soleil, you say, wow!
This is gonna be a really long episode, just deal with it. I don't know what else to tell you other than I love you. So every once in a while, if you are lucky, you will connect with a piece of art on such a deep level that you almost feel akin to it. This will possibly be the hardest review I've ever had to do because I feel so connected to the material, and that show is Bazzar. And I know what you're saying, a lot of people have been kind of down on the show for multiple reasons, and I get it, everything is valid. No matter what you say or what you've heard, it's valid. Don't walk into the Big Top and expect it to be a show that's going to blow you away with the set or the props. It is very basic, and that is a good thing. Bazzar is an homage, if you will, a throwback to a bygone era of Cirque. 40-year anniversary is this year. I almost feel like Bazzar was a love letter to the past.
7, 8!
So what even is Bazzar about? Typical Cirque stuff, right? Well, no. The Maestro is an amazing character. He's basically there to guide the performers through the arc of the story, and with this actual artist, you couldn't have asked for anything better. You know, it's perfect casting. The mini, the protege, if you will, and he's very foolish. He's also very aware, and he's very playful. The number one thing about the mini is he has a really big heart, and everything that he does is an exact result of how he feels. The floating woman, the antagonist of the show, who basically causes the most mischief for the Maestro and the mini. I love her costume so much. The 6 dancers are the hardest working performers on the Bazzar stage, hands down. Don't even argue with me. They have such an important role in the show, and I've never seen them phone it in once. They all have their own style, and they all bring their own flair, but when they need to sync up and be exact with each other, you'll never see another Cirque show with dancing this good.
7, 8!
The most emotional part of a Cirque show for me is the music. Bazzar is one of the shows that does not have a full band. And even though there's no live drummer, the percussionist really makes up for that. He fills the entire Big Top. The multi-instrument musician, he's up there playing flutes and clarinets and little whistles and kazoos and didgeridoos, and, you know, it's insane how many different instruments he plays. The main one is the big saxophone. The crowning jewel of the band in Bazzar, in my humble opinion, is the singer. Not only does she connect with you, but she sings in English and in Cirquish. This singer is so perfectly cast with her voice and her tone and her ability to control the audience. And then you have the main band leader. Doesn't get any better than him. So what makes a good Cirque show a great Cirque show? Just like the musicians, the composer has to really know what he's doing. I don't know how this guy continues to create such diverse music. Every single soundtrack he's ever had his hands on has such a different vibe. You would never know it's the same person. This soundtrack has it all. It never lingers. It never gets too full of itself. It always understands what it's there to do and why it's there. It's so playful when it needs to be. It's extremely serious when it needs to be. The heart of Bazzar is the music, and I cannot thank the composer enough for creating such a beautiful score. He knocked it out of the park with this show.
The music of Bazzar is, the first word I have in my mind is fun, accessible, and dreamy. It's all based on very simple instruments. It's based on the piano and the guitar and the vocal.
7, 8.
So normally when I go see a show and I make those reviews, I usually pick 3 top acts. I'm gonna go with 6 acts. So basically half of the show, celebration of music, and it comes right towards the very, very end before the finale. And this is an act that allows each individual dancer to kind of show off their own style, while the dancers in the back support them with the same type of movement and style to make the stage once again just feel big and come to life. For a dance number to be one of my top favorite acts in the show is just asinine to me. Dancers are performers, they are storytellers, they are artists. They deserve our attention just like aerial artists or the contortionists. They are working just as hard and they are creating just as beautiful art. So another one of my favorite acts in the show is Bazzar's finale, which is a combination of multiple acts. They each get their own little spotlight to start. Each performance in the finale gets their own moment to shine. Towards the end, they are all working perfectly together to create the Bazzar. So you know I'm a sucker for a really good contortion act, and the Acro Trio in Bazzar is no exception. What these 3 are achieving is beyond superhuman. Everything about this act is beautiful, and I don't really know what else to say other than this will forever live in my soul. What makes a great Cirque act? Is it the music? Is it the costumes? Is it the discipline? What happens when it's all the above? Every once in a while, an act will come along that I've never seen before. The Malacom in Bazzar is quite possibly one of the most unique live experiences I have ever had in a big top. And I can't explain it. I can't put it into words. Pure feats of strength. What makes me proud to be a Cirque fan is I can talk about acts that I know will truly blow people's mind. And the Malacom is exactly that act. That is why it's in my top 3. There's so much I want to say about the juggling act. This performer had the audacity to create a performance, pure emotion and storytelling. It's an art piece. It belongs on a goddamn museum wall. And he's not doing anything relatively mind-blowing. What he is doing that is so revolutionary for me is telling a story with his body and with pins and creating movements that I have never seen before. His style, it demands your attention, storytelling and emotion, and it is everything that makes Bazzar one of the best Cirque shows I've ever seen. All the build-up is what I love. To come out onto a Cirque stage, let alone that Cirque stage, and if you know, you know, and create that piece of art. Cord Lassie act in Bazzar is quite possibly one of the most beautiful acts Cirque has ever created. I'm not saying that is a fact. I'm just saying for me, it is why I continue to love Cirque and put so much stock and faith into what they can create. This is why, because it's so pure and it's so skilled and it's so unique. I mean, you've seen these rope acts before, but not like this, not with this type of music, not with this environment, not in a big top.
7, 8.
Even though Cirque has really batshit crazy ideas from time to time, Bazzar is the counterpoint to that says, hey, we can still deliver. It represents everything I love about Cirque. Not only did it reignite, it brought back a whole new feeling of possibilities. I've only seen Bazzar 2 times, but I have a very deep connection with the show because I had the privilege to tour as a follower, as an usher. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart to the entire cast and crew, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I am forever grateful. Bazzar is my 3rd favorite Cirque show of all time.
Cirque du Soleil, an iconic world-class force of entertainment, takes the stage in your city. Join a colorful troupe of artists in an awe-inspiring universe where joyful camaraderie never ends. Welcome to Cirque du Soleil, Bazzar.